Stay tuned to watch one of the best transformations on this little heifer I've ever seen. This is her walking into the chute. Obviously you can see it's pretty messy trim. There was a lot of horn that needed to be removed. But this is her leaving the chute, and I'm sure you'll agree. She looks like a completely different cow. Good morning. We are on a very, very wet farm. It's going to make my day lovely and fun. Luckily, we're about 30 to do here, 30 to do somewhere else. We have cancelled somewhere else because it's very, very wet. One of my machines is being welded at the minute, so we're only on one machine, which is good. Life's quicker. I get to go home and make you guys some videos. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button because I promise you we're gonna have much more content coming to you guys very soon. But let's start this video off. Do you guys know what breed these cows are? Any guesses? There's a couple mixes in here, but let's have a guess. Can you tell us what these red and white cows are? I will let you know at some point through this video what type of cows we're trimming. And for any of you that think you know what it is, drop a comment, let me know, and let me know why you think they're the breed I hate the most to trim. Lovely cows, but let's load it up. Let's get a few cows into this race. The worst race I go to. The worst race I go to, or the most difficult race I go to. The worst race, that's not true, but it's very difficult. I have spotted one lame cow, and then there's one lame young one that I've seen, but other than that, not seen very much. So let's see if they'll load up themselves, which they are doing. These guys are probably going to fill me with false hope, thinking I have an easy life and they're going to do this to me all day. But yeah, one lame cow we've seen, one lame heifer, so I don't know what the next group has in store for us, but that would be perfect. Don't forget, if you like what you see, give us a subscribe. We've somehow hit 50k subscribers, which is awesome, but we're aiming a lot higher than that. Let's get involved. Let's see what we do today. 6, 6, 3, 1, 2. Wired, see? She's just legged it all around here. So, let's get into the first trim we're going to show you today. This is trim 1 of 3. And this is the normal trim we do. Now we had 3 hooves with issues across 40-ish cows. And this is what we do. Just do a big wide model. Now I'm showing you here where I just went maybe a little bit too deep into that model. The feet were a bit soft, so the knife was going through them like butter. And it just went a little bit too quick. We're just going to get that angle. And she is good to go. Those little batteries. So that's her routine done, fine, all 4 feet. Let's see her come. Let's see what she walks out like. Dreamboat, look at that. Will's really struggling to get one in. And now this is hoof number 2. So this gal had a rather big fracture. Well, it wasn't really a fracture, it was more of like multiple fractures, but you're going to see in a minute. I'm going to show you a large piece of hoof that came off of this, and it was pretty interesting trim because me and Will were both pretty confident watching her walk that she was uncomfortable on this foot. Turns out the main issue is with the other hoof, but this one had the big fracture, so you'll see in a minute. This giant piece of hoof was all completely underrun, but underneath it there was no damage at all, which is brilliant. This girl will go on be absolutely fine, but the other hoof did need a block for a very, very small ulcer, which we are going to show you in a sec while we finish off this trim. It's all good. No. Just don't drop that foot down. No, they're hardy old things, aren't they? So pain tested her, no flinch, so she's good to go. But I'm gonna film her walking, so just a little one there. So let's see this girl walk. Let's see how comfortable she is on that front hoof, and let's see how she's walking on that block. Sorry, these girls are going straight out to the field, but wow, it is raining. They are headstrong, they are wired. Drop a comment down below if you think you know what breed of cows these are, and if you think I need to get a coat. Now this is the heifer that we spotted. Ooh, this front one, I think. She's holding this front foot then. See. Come on, baby. Now the transformation between you seeing this girl now and when you see her leave was unbelievable. I cannot get over just the difference a 2-minute trim, well, 15-20 minute trim and a block has made for this girl. So let's get into this trim and let's just see how much better we make her. It was this foot, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had a go on it in that front, but an ulcer in there somewhere on the white line. There's another layer there.
Now, you may have heard in the background that the farmer was saying he had tried to treat this cow. He'd blocked her, but the block has clearly come off. He had also trimmed her, which I'm sure you guys can see. And these feet aren't the easiest to trim anyway, let alone trying to do this by hand. So fair play for even being able to get any of this off. But we are going to find a lot more hoof to remove on this girl. Now, I actually thought looking at this, he'd done a pretty good job. But as we got further into this, it became very clear that there was a lot more hoof to come away. You'll start to see now this is getting a little bit black. Underneath the white, you'll see a colour change. And that shows to me, and to all hoof trimmers, and for anyone watching that is going to trim feet, if you see this, that means it's detached and we can remove it. But it is not the easiest to remove. So you're going to see during this video. I'm struggling to remove this hoof without causing her any pain, any harm. So we are as delicate as possible, but you can see it is just peeling off with me just pulling at it, just the tiniest bit. I'm not putting any strain on that, and it is just peeling away. So we're gonna have to be really delicate to stop this causing her any harm during this treatment, and we are gonna just get on with this and see how far this goes.
I know you never did it when I gave you. I got you £3.5 grand worth of work at high.
That's as far as I got. I was like, I'll go upstairs and I'll get it.
The farm and ring on Wednesday. Do that. You and me the other day, somebody wearing an ant from us. I don't know.
You may hear in the background I'm getting moaned at for promising to bring this farmer a hoodie, and I forgot. And this has been going on for, well, probably about 6-8 months. I had it at home, went to grab it, completely forgot.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We can't say anything.
Don't worry, I can mute it, but I won't mute the bit just in case Will's mum watches.
It was for charity. Yeah, that's it. The yellow wellies as well. That's a good charity.
You bought some nice beer too, didn't you?
Nothing. It's crap.
He's like one of the biggest hoofers.
I'm a hell of a boy and I've had 2 beers.
If you guys want to drop a comment down below, if you can work out what on earth we're talking about in the background, fair play to you. Let's hear what you think. But we're coming to the end of this trim, and as you can see, there is a lot more loose horn to come away. A lot more than I first expected, so I'm sure it's a surprise to you guys as well. But now we're just getting to the final little cleanup, just making sure this is nice and dry before we get our topical treatments on. We're going to wrap this girl with salicylic acid. She is going to be kept separate from the rest of the cows with just a couple other to keep her company while they keep an eye on her, so they can, if the block comes off, we can come back in. If she needs a bandage removed, which she will, they will then be able to do that, and she'll be nearby for them to do that. But look at the transformation of her leaving. I am really pleased with this trim.
See, when we had a block, I did block it, because obviously I had no grinder and it was like crash around the time.
Come on, baby. Just keep the crash quiet a sec. Wow. That is us done, and as you can see, she's looking much, much better. Need to recheck her? I think she might be due a bit of a recheck. She's going to have to be looked at again at some point, I think. Luckily, the farmer is very good at trimming. You can probably hear us in the background talking about it. Done a pretty good job when he had to basically hold the hoof up in his hand and trim with the other hand. Can't be easy. Bill is just washing off the crash. We've snow foamed it. I'm hoping I got a little bit of that on the time lapse. And that steamy, good old steam clean. Very steamy. I hate it when you see people working crushes and they're dirty under here. It's the hardest place to clean. And up there, look. Unfortunately, cows don't care where they poo, which makes it a bit of a snag. But this is the end of this video. We are just packing up, and we will be getting on our way to go home. But if you guys like what you see, don't forget to hit the subscribe. I am really aiming to do a video a week, 1 video per week, 1 long video. I may try and stretch out a video and make longer videos. I'm not really sure yet. Not really sure how I'm going to do it, but we will work on that as we go. I am kind of toying with the idea of doing a weekly diary. I don't know what you guys would think of that. Maybe that might be something that I'll have to get an editor involved with, because I don't know if I've got the time to sift through that much content, but we can give it a good go. Let me know, tell me what you think. and we'll do our best. Whatever you guys want. So without further ado, chute's being washed. I'm getting out of here. I'll catch you guys in the next video.